All right. Just kind of jump right into things today. The aggravated assaults, all three of those are domestics, no serious injuries from those. The arson, that was a detached garage that was found on fire. That was a little after 2 a.m. this morning. That was in the 800 block of South Cliff Avenue. Somebody found it inside the house. They initially tried to put it out with a hose, but then weren't successful, so they called the fire department. No suspects in this. They're not really sure, I guess, what happened, but investigating that nonetheless. The burglary, one was a house that was an attempt. The other was an apartment that was entered. The disorderlies, a couple of them I don't have reports yet. One of them was a guy that was urinating by a tree. The other involved juveniles. Family offenses are all reports. Frauds are all ID thefts. The kidnapping is actually like a child custody dispute. I suppose parental kidnapping. The mom said that the daughter left with dad. They live in different states. She was not concerned about the well-being of her daughter at all. So essentially it's just a child custody dispute. Larcenies, not much from those. A few shopliftings, some other random items taken, but nothing real high dollar. No big quantities on the narcotics. The sex offense, one of them, we had a woman that was in a parking lot and she was driving and then saw a guy that was walking. The guy made eye contact with her and put his hands in his pants. She thought he was fondling himself. She didn't have any description of him, so we're still working. I think they have some video at that store, but we haven't been able to obtain it yet, so no arrests. No similar incidents reported anywhere else either. The other sex offenses are all reports. Simple assaults were domestics, nothing suspicious with the unattended death. And the weapons violation, that was a gunshot that happened inside an apartment. There were, I think, 2 or 3 people that were in the apartment. After the gunshot happened, they all took off. The bullet did not travel into any other apartments. From what we've been able to gather at this point, it seems like it may have been accidental. The gun was fired into the ceiling, but outside of that, we're still looking to track down people and figure out what took place. That's it, unless you guys have anything.
And the aggravated assaults, were there any arrests made on those?
One of them, I think just one of them, there was an arrest that was made. That was, the woman ended up, the suspect was in the woman's car. She used something to break out a window. He then had like a mini baseball bat and swung that and hit her at that, but no serious injuries. He was arrested for that. The other 2 are just reports at this point, but no arrests were made.
Was there a weapons violation on South Minnesota Avenue last night with a knife? 9:30, 10 o'clock, I think, somewhere in that area. Possible stabbing.
I didn't see anything about a stabbing, but me. The only thing I have on Minnesota was a traffic stop.
Yeah, it was like an 1100 block of South Min, I think, is where the call came in at. But that might not be where it ended up at. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about any stabbings.
Okay.
That may. Let me look. That may have been the one of the domestics. That one, I mean, he threatened somebody with a knife, but there were no injuries.
Okay.
That was earlier in the afternoon, though. That was about 3:30 or so. But everything, I mean, that was, where we were called was the 1100 block of South Minnesota, so that probably is it, but nobody was injured from that. Anything else? Okay, thanks.